Bonjour class, c'est jeudi. We are nearing the end, my friends, so this is good, okay? There's actually not a whole lot of new information. I think this is about the end of the new information that you're going to be tested on. And then what I'm going to do is a little bit of review, and next week I'm going to give you an exam. I'll give you a couple days to do it, and then we'll finish out with some kind of just fun things, okay? So we're almost done, and I'm really proud of you. I really am. I think you've done a great job. We're a little behind where I wanted to be, but overall, I feel like you're in a good place to start French next year, okay? All right, now, what we're going to do today is we're talking about a little bit of vocabulary to define when things happen. Now, some of these you already know. I just wanted you to see it kind of on a chart form, and then I've got one exercise for you to do. All right, so I am à la page 336. And if you look at this here, I want you to look at these three words on top. We've got maintenant, now, avant, before, and après is after, okay? So when we're starting to think about time, this is where we can use some of these vocabulary words to distinguish when things will take place, when things took place, or if things are taking place now, okay? And this is obviously where we start mixing present tense with past tense. Now, next year we'll get into future tense, but right now we're thinking a little bit about present and a little bit about past, okay? Now, going through these vocabulary words, we've got the day, the morning, the afternoon, the evening, okay? So if we're talking about today or now, we could say aujourd'hui. Now, if I'm saying today, that is present tense, okay? Now, if we're talking about before, that most likely is past tense because it's something that has already happened. So we think about hier. The word hier is yesterday, okay? So if I say yesterday, we're thinking about something that's over. So that's an indication that it's going to be past tense, okay? So for example, if I say to you, hier, j'ai étudié le français. Yesterday, I studied French, okay? That's passé composé. But if I say aujourd'hui, j'étudie le français. Today, I am studying French, okay? Now, if we want to say tomorrow, the easiest way to talk about what we're going to do tomorrow is to use the verb aller, to go, okay? Now, we actually call this near future. Hang on, let me grab a piece of paper. Now, aller by itself means to go, okay? So, to review aller, and this you'll see in your exercise today. So, aller, to go, okay? To conjugate aller, we've got je vais, tu vas, il or elle va, nous allons, vous allez, and ils or elles vont, okay? So if I say to you, je vais étudier le français, what I'm doing is I'm putting two verbs in a row and saying, I am going to study, okay? So if I say to you, demain, je vais étudier le français, I'm saying tomorrow I am going to study French. So this is what we call the near future. So it's not the future tense. Future tense would be saying, I will study tomorrow, and you're not learning that until next year, okay? But this is pretty cool to be able to say something in present tense, something's happening now, something that happened earlier, meaning it's past, and something that is going to happen in the near future, okay? So I just want to go through this vocabulary with you since it's not labeled so you understand what all these words mean, okay? So we've got, for the now category, aujourd'hui, today, ce matin, this morning, cet après-midi, this afternoon, ce soir, this evening. And then if we're talking about a specific day, we're saying, you know, the day, today is jeudi, right? Ce weekend, this weekend, cette semaine, and ce mois-ci. So if you're saying ce mois-ci, you're saying like this month, okay? So this week, this month. So that's happening now. When we talk about things that have happened in the past, we've got hier, yesterday. Now we can be specific and say yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon, and yesterday evening. Okay, or we can say like last Saturday or last Sunday, samedi dernier, le weekend dernier, last weekend, la semaine dernière, last week, Le mois dernier, the last month. Okay, so the key word here is dernier is last, meaning it's already happened. Okay, now if we're talking about something that's going to happen in the near future, we could use tomorrow, demain. Samedi prochain, this little prochain right here means next. Okay, so samedi dernier, last Saturday, samedi prochain is next Saturday. So we're talking about either something that's happened in the past or something that's happening in the near future. Next weekend, next week, and next month. Le weekend prochain, la semaine prochaine, and le mois prochain. Okay, so this is, I think, a really great tool to be able to kind of distinguish, okay, what time frame are we talking about? So for your exercise today, you are going to be doing exercise number 12. Now for this here, you're going to describe what you have done and what you are going to do, okay? So it's kind of divided here in colors, which helps a little bit. This pink side, which is pink, is things that have already happened. So all of these, the first 5 are going to be in past tense. The blue side is something that is going to happen. So you're using aller, which is this verb right here. Now, aller is already written out for you because it says je vais. So that's already done. So let's look at a couple of examples here, but your responses really are up to you because I want to know what you have done and what you are going to do. I realize our options are limited. So if you want to just make something up, that's totally fine. Okay? All right. So for number 1, ce matin, j'ai. So it's already got avoir conjugated in the present tense to form passé composé. So what we're doing is saying this morning, I. So if we think about something that you did this morning, okay, let's say ce matin, this is number 1. We could say I ate. J'ai mangé. You could just even leave it there. You could say j'ai mangé, something specific if you want to, okay? All right, so this morning I ate, okay? Yesterday morning I, okay? So if you want to say I watched TV, j'ai regardé la télévision, okay? Or I called a friend. I mean, think of the verbs that you already know and just stick them in here, okay? And then think of things that you could do tomorrow, okay? So number 6, when we get over here, or this evening, I'm sorry. Ce soir, je vais. This evening, I am going to. So, ce soir, je vais regarder un film. This evening, I'm going to watch a movie. Okay. So try to think of things that you already know. You could say things like, visit a friend. You could say, clean up your room. You could say, I'm trying to think of things, go on a walk. Take an exam. I mean, try to think of some of these things that you know how to say, okay? I mean, if you want to look up additional phrases, that's totally fine. But the main thing is you're doing past tense in this column. You're doing near future using aller in this column, okay? All right, so we are almost done learning new information. In fact, this is probably it. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and start reviewing starting a little bit tomorrow, and then I'll be giving you an exam next week, okay? I hope you have a très, très bonne journée. Au revoir.